Hello, and welcome back to Destiny Plans. Today, I want to give you guys just kind of a how to get started with planning. I know for some it can seem so monumentous, so huge, and it can have a huge impact, but it does not have to be super complex or super difficult. For some people, it may be digital planning. I'm not personally great with digital planning. I really love the pen and paper, but some people are more pen and paper. So it's going to be all to your particular preferences. So what I'm going to give you today is going to be more of like a guideline, a starting point. So as you can see, I've got some basic materials out in front of me. Just standard Sharpie highlighters. These are some actual like plastic transparent little sticky notes in 2 different sizes. You don't even have to have these. You can have just regular plain Jane sticky notes. You don't have to have highlighters. You can just use pen. But the way that I tend to plan, the way that I would recommend getting started with planning would be step 1 would definitely be your brain dump. So grab a notebook, grab a legal pad, grab a blank sheet of printer paper, whatever you have available, grab that. And then I want you to sit and start writing down the things that you need to do. Just whatever you can think of off the top of your head. Just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my first couple of things, right? So for me today, I need to pack lunches. I need to feed all my pets. I have 8 of them, so that is a task. I need to put away laundry. And then I need to prep dinner and do the dishes. Is that all of the things that I need to do today? Not even a little bit, but that's my starting point. So from here, what I'm going to do is say this is Sunday night or Monday morning. Those are the things that I need to do, right? So what I'm going to do, since I'm just starting out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my planner, this behemoth. Okay, so in my planner, the way that I use my planner is this is my to-do list section. So I'll add either dots or asterisks or what have you here, and then on each of these lines, I will fill in all the items that I need to do. Now, I keep this whole section for the whole week, I keep as a running to-do list. So throughout the week, I will continuously add items to this list. No, they won't necessarily be completed on that specific day, but so long as I have it written down and I check it off, I'm good. These other boxes are for different purposes. But if this was my first time planning, I would just crack open my planner, whichever planner I've chosen, or if it's just notebook paper. If it was just notebook paper, I might write like a Monday, Tuesday, like a week here so that I can write down what events, what items, what important dates or appointments are coming up for that week. And then I'll write them in this top section for me. Now, I'll add my to-do list items here, and then I would keep doing that. In the beginning, it does not have to be complex. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be pretty. But what you want to do is you want to get your baseline. You want to see how that paper planning works for you. Once you've done that brain dump, this is what I do, but you may not want to do it that way. That may not work for you. So once you've gone and you've written down your brain dump, what you would do for your personal planning style is you would stop and think, how do I want to plan? What is going to work for me? So if you're someone who writing it down does not work for, I would then grab out my phone and I would start writing in my notes section all of these items that I need to remember. If there's an appointment coming up, I would put that immediately in my phone calendar. I would set a reminder. I would also look up how far away it is so that I can set the reminder with enough time to actually leave to get there. Because I'm one of those people that if my alarm goes off, that means it's time to leave, not time for me to be there. So two different things. Once I've determined how I want to plan, now for me, clearly it's going to be paper planning. You want to determine what your actual needs are. So, for example, again, if you just need that reminder to leave on time, put it in your calendar. If you want to be able to see and look back on everything, you might be more of a paper planner. So for me, I am hardcore paper planner. I want to track my goals. I want to be able to look back 3 years ago and see this is what my life looked like. This was what my planning looked like. This is what I can and can't learn. I write my meals down for every week in my planner. So I like being able to go back and revisit some of those recipes that I used to use a long time ago that I haven't been using lately. I also like to see what kind of stuff we were doing as a family. Just again, because that's my curious nature, I guess. For someone who doesn't want to write down a lot of information, again, paper planning might just not be for you. For me, I've set a lot of goals, so I want to be able to track those goals. And in order to track those goals in a way that actually is conducive and helps me see how far I've come, writing it all down in my planner, tracking everything in my planner is very, very helpful for that. So again, for me, I want to be able to see everything. I want to be able to look back on what I didn't do and pull that in and plug that in where I can. I want to track all of my goals. I want to be able to look back on all of my memories and things as well. So for me, very much it is paper planning, and it is a very extensive planner that I want to use, which is what I'm using this year. So again, now that we've determined what style of planning we want to do, what our needs are, you could even determine your needs prior to determining how you want to plan. Those two kind of go hand in hand. So again, if you're someone who is like constantly on the go, running around, you don't have time to stop and notate a lot of things, then again, paper planning may just not be for you. But they do also make actual digital planners that you can use on like your iPad and things like that. So if that's something that you wanted to do, that's also another option for you. So once you've really gone over how you want to plan and what your needs are, then you can really start shopping for a planner. Now, this is going to be for anyone who is very vested in your planner. It can be a very hard choice. There's lots of options out there. Some of them have a lot more details than others, a lot more aspects than others. Some include budgeting, some don't. Some include fitness and working out, some don't. Some include faith and religion and spirituality, and some don't. Some include all of those goal tracking and motivation sections, but not all of them do. So when I say determine your needs, make sure that you're keeping in mind the different things that you are going to want to utilize your planner for. If you want to use your planner to track your workouts, you're going to need the space to do that. And it's also going to depend greatly on the actual workouts you're doing. Because you can get a specific planner specifically for your workouts, and that will have plenty of space for you to write anything from the meals you're eating, the cardio you're doing, to the weights you're lifting and the reps you're doing. So it's going to vary greatly, but when it comes to an all-encompassing planner, it's going to be a lot more difficult, or at least it's been difficult for me, to find an all-inclusive planner that's going to give you the space to track everything maximally versus minimally. So I can create sections in my planner and write down, okay, walk 2 miles, did a 30-minute strength training workout, and that'll fit. But if I try to go into that strength training workout and add each rep and the weight and all of that stuff, then it may not have that much space. So when you take some time and go through different reviews for like Erin Condren planners, Colibri planners, Passion planners, there's all types of different planners out there. Just do some research. YouTube is definitely going to have some walkthrough videos where people will flip through the different pages and really show you what the planner looks like. But you can also go onto different planner supplier websites, and they will sometimes have like a printable PDF of their layout. It may not be the exact same size as the planner itself, and it won't be on the same paper. So just be mindful of that when you're printing it out on like printer paper. Just know that it's not the same paper quality that you would get with the actual planner. That's more so to test out the actual layout and if it's going to work sufficiently for you. I like to print those out and then like sketch my own layouts, because a lot of times I just do like the blank lined vertical boxes, and then I can outline and break them out the way I want to. Like, for example, I love the layout of this planner, but again, I have a lot of goals. So I went in and created separate boxes for all the things that I utilize. So this one is, I typically put my workouts here. I do my reading tracking here. And then this is my 30-day challenge tracking box down here. So I have a lot of fun going through and utilizing them, each planner in like a custom way that best fits me. And that's going to change over time. I didn't do that type of a layout last year, but I didn't have as many goals set as I do this year. So everything is going to vary and be based specifically on you and how you are going to go through this planning journey. But once you choose, either you can choose like a planner or an app. Now, for planners, I mean, you can go to Walmart and get a very basic planner, or Target. There's always going to be like your Erin Condren's, your Happy Planner, your Passion planners. There's all different types of planners. You can go to those websites. They're each individual company's websites. See some of the layouts. You can also look up the reviews on YouTube. Just do your research, and don't be afraid to try a planner. It's I always recommend giving at least like 6 months into a planner before you're like, nah, I really hate this. And I refuse to spend additional money. So once I pick a planner, now if I receive it and I hate it, I'll send it back. And then just find a different planner that's going to work for me. But once I've started using a planner, I'm pretty much dead set that I'm using it for the rest of the year, unless I'm incapable of functioning inside that planner. So, but for the most part, I try to stick it out. Now, once you receive your planner, again, you can also purchase an app or a digital planner if you so choose to do that. Once you receive it, though, you want to try out different layouts. So for like the first week, if you're using a weekly planner or if you're using a daily planner, try a different layout each week for like the first month. That way you can really get a feel for what works for you and what doesn't. And you can easily tell what works and what doesn't, because what works you use and what doesn't work you don't use. And I can't tell you how many times I have looked back on weeks and been like, why is it so blank? Oh yeah, because I didn't use it. And the less you use it, obviously, the less success you'll see. So then you want to decide what layout works best for you. And this, again, this is something that will change over time or during different periods of your life. So once you do that, once you choose that best fit, then just keep using that and tweak it as you see fit. If you're really focused on your water intake that month, make sure that those weeks you have that water tracking habit. There's a lot of them you can get actually as stickers, or there's even stencils you can buy that are like little water droplet markers. So you can just check those off or color them in. Make it a purpose. Since this is a new process for you, it's a new habit that you're building, make it a purpose to sit and plan in your planner every day until it becomes a habit. And when I say sit and plan in your planner, I do not mean sit for 30 to 45 minutes. Now I do that. But that's because I'm a little bit obsessive with my planner. And that's okay. That's my prerogative. But for you trying to build this new skill, trying to make this a habit for yourself, I want you to make sure that you stick with it every single day until it becomes a habit for you. Now, for some people, this is like 21 days. For some people, this may be 50 days. But make that commitment so that then it becomes second nature to you. It becomes a habit. Because in the long run, that'll help you make sure that, the bills are paid on time. Make sure that, you're not scrambling at the last second to go buy fast food because you forgot about dinner. Just these little things that can help you reduce your stress. That's what my planner does for me. It reduces my stress. As much as I can honestly tell you that I am obsessive about my planner, it really does help me refrain from stressing out about everyday things that are just a part of life. I have to make dinner every day. I have to feed the kids every day. They have to get to and from school. Typically, I'm going to have to get on to them about something. Plus, on top of that, I have to take care of myself too. That's a lesson I've been hardcore learning over the past year, is that I have hyper focused on my children, and even though there's only 2 of them, there's only 1 of me. And I do have to take care of me too. So it helps me find that balance, because I know that if I didn't read 200 pages in my book today, I can always read extra pages tomorrow. I'm not going to allow that, I guess, lack of effort stop me from continuing towards my goal, because whether I mess up one day and don't read at all, or have a perfect 30-page reading day every single day, makes no difference. I'm either going to get to the goal or I'm not, but I won't ever get there if I stop the moment that I mess up. So planning helps keep me on track, keep me balanced, and reduce my stress. And all of those things make me very happy. The final thing that I want to tell you about planning is that you need to know that it's okay to not be perfect. I can pull out any one of my planners, because yes, I have kept all of my planners. I put way too much effort into them to throw them away. I could pull out any one of those planners and I could show you a completely blank spread. I could even do that this year. Life is going to get in the way. Sometimes ugly things are going to happen, or life is going to get so overwhelming. And rather than hyper focusing on your planner and the things that you should or shouldn't be doing, or that you're not perfect, take a breath, step back, tell yourself that it is okay. It is completely okay to not be able to do it today or tomorrow or this week. You will get back to it when you are ready. I'm not saying quit altogether. I'm saying give yourself the break that you need, because life is going to throw you curveballs, and you can either take a step back and process and then come back, or you can let it destroy you and everything that you've put forth so far. And as appealing as that can sound sometimes in the moment, just know that nobody is perfect. There's planner people all over YouTube. There's wonderful content creators out there, but everyone is going to struggle. From any of the top, people in the tech industry, any of the huge, massive names that that are talking about motivation and all of these wonderful self-improvement things, everyone will tell you you're going to have hard days, and it's okay to have that hard day. It's okay to sit with those feelings. You will come back to this when you're ready, but there's no point in putting excessive pressure on yourself to be perfect, because none of us are. But anywho, I hope that this helps you guys get started with planning. Again, if you guys have any questions, definitely reach out to me in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. Know that your planning journey is yours and it's personal, and I am happy to help wherever I can, but I think you guys are all going to do amazing things, and I wish you all the best. and very happy planning. Bye-bye.